Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Please, if you're new to this channel, please subscribe, like, and comment. And please always come back to watch my videos. And I really do appreciate your very big support to this platform. In today's video, we are going to have very interesting discussion because actually there are things that I'm now starting to see very clearly. There is now a new way of scamming that is developing in this village of Nyambuhansi, and I would really want to urge our people to be very careful. Now, what is happening in this village of Nyambuhansi is that there are individuals who are now parading their parents. They are parading their parents on the YouTube streets, actually to beg or to look for sympathy, so that whatever things that they talk outside there, people could actually sympathize with them, and they say, now you have something here to help yourself. I actually see that you are really doing so bad. Now these individuals have come out with a lot of allegation, and now what is happening that their parents don't want to dig. Every day when they wake up in the morning, they're looking for these boys of theirs so that they can make a video with them and they give them something little to go and drink. They have already now abandoned going to the gardens. What they're now concentrating on is actually trying to support their young boys to make noise on the street, and also looking for actually what is called real sympathy from the donors. The truth is, these people sold their land willingly. Even some of these pieces of land was sold long time ago, even before the travel commando started introducing this platform to the villagers. Now these individuals, the tricks that they are now using is actually, their parents are now on their platforms, and they are actually begging and begging. And these are the same people who actually sold off their land. Their land was not only sold to the travel commando, a lot of people actually bought land from these people. But you see, the very big challenge with this extended family, it is actually one of the worst families in this area of Nyabuhansi, the village of Nyabuhansi. They are actually the worst. When you look from Mama Ann's home or Baba Ann's home, Baba Ann is a drunkard. You go to where Percy, the home, the father to the late Percy's husband, also that one is a drunkard. If you go to Murimi's home, that one also is a drunkard. If you go to there is this lady who is a YouTuber, the father is a serious drunkard. Now even when you move to their cousins, when you go and look at Mukami is a cousin to these people. Mukami is a drunkard. When you go and look at Matiko is a drunkard. The father to Matiko is a drunkard. So our almost extended family is actually totally is in the mess. Now, I heard a donor who is saying that she wants to actually to come to this village to drill borehole, to drill borehole to these people. The problem of these people is not actually water. I want to make it very clearly. Because a lot of these people, they actually have their boreholes. This one, they always dig and they get water. That is not their problem. The problem is not actually water. The problem in this community, the biggest problem, that is almost a curse to this extended family, is actually alcohol. There is serious addiction in this community that requires a lot of serious attention, to try to curb these kind of behaviors. Now, some time back, the travel commando actually suggested either to build a mental hospital to try to deal with these people. because he knew what he was actually talking about. Because even if you try to build maybe a school in this community, you are not going to help. Because when you look at the children of these people, most of them are also moving in the wrong direction. First of all, when you look at Mukami, Mukami is now looking like an old man of around 60 or 55 to 60 years. And I can assure you, Mukami might be around 40 years or 30 something years even. You know, Mukami. But when you look at Mukami right now, you may think he's like 50, 60, or even 75 years. Mukami is rushing so fast, you know, he's moving so fast beyond even the weather. His life is moving so fast beyond the weather, you know, if you understand actually what I'm talking about. Mukami, first of all, at the moment, when you look at the way he's conducting himself, you know, and I can assure you, see, children will always copy what their parents do. Time will also reach, and the son to Mukami who is going to start behaving like Mukami himself. Some of these individuals, like Mukami was saying, right now they are empowered. I don't know they are empowered to do what. No? What are these individuals empowered to do? To drink. You know? Are they empowered to drink? Or what is that thing that Mukami is actually doing that is changing the narrative in his home? There is completely nothing. Apart from now, he's moving in the streets looking for these YouTubers, these confused YouTubers, to try to create a narrative there. And you see, there is nothing these people will actually talk good. Completely nothing. And even when you listen to their conversation, you will never see any developmental ideas that they're actually trying to discuss. Because you see, when you have a problem at hand, I thought the best way to deal with it is actually to share ideas and see how you can sort out your problem. Because the very, very big problem right now at hand to these people is actually drinking. If they don't get a solution to that, they are not heading anywhere. You know? Yes, people will come and help them. You know? People will come and help them, maybe build for them houses, build for them. But if they don't remove the disease called drinking in them, there is actually nothing that is going to change in the life of these people. You see, even if they build for them a very powerful and nice house, let me assure you, the life of a drunkard is actually the most worst life. They can even start removing iron sheets from the house and they'll start selling just to go and drink. Let me assure you, a lot of these individuals who are now pretending that they hate the travel command, they hate everybody who is trying to do something positive in this community, and they value the so-called the negative. Let's just give it time. I am actually very, very sure a lot of them will be very, very disappointed. Very, very disappointed. You know, they will actually be very, very disappointed. How many times did they buy a phone to this individual, Murimi? How many times? And where are the phones? Yesterday I saw that they bought for this so-called Murimi a phone. You know, that is supposed to start doing this videos, posting videos on the YouTube street. You know, sometimes even when I look at some of the things, I just laugh, by the way. I actually laugh. You know? Because the man is going to get some little money today. He's going to go and drink. He'll forget to make a video. Time will pass, say, I will make it tomorrow. The next day, we'll go and drink very early in the morning. You'll say, I will make a video tomorrow. Video tomorrow and tomorrow will be tomorrow and tomorrow. That is just a waste of time. The most important thing that these people actually, if these donors actually want to help these drunkards, is to ask them, what they actually need. And even what I can say is that most of these drunkards, they don't know what they need. But what the travel commando actually said at first, that these people actually needs a rehabilitation center to help them to change their behaviors, to help them to change their conducts. That is what is going to save these people. But just a mere fact of, saying we want them to start practicing irrigation, we want them to start, that is bogus. You are not solving the main cause, why these individuals are behaving. First of all, a lot of these individuals, they have land, they have a lot of land. But agriculture in this community, within this family itself, is a problem. These individuals, they prefer hiring their land to other people to dig. And for them, their work will be just to go and drink. They hire a piece of land to somebody to dig. They give them the money, and that is the money they will be drinking. That's the money they will be drinking. Let me first of all play this clip, and then when we come back, we continue with this video. Actually, very, very strong. Please subscribe, like, and comment, and please always come back to watch my videos. And I really do appreciate your very, very big support to this platform. Let's first of all watch this clip, and then when I come back, we shall continue with this video very, very strongly.
Can you speak even English or Swahili?
I can speak even Swahili, even language.
Okay.
Yes. Do you know that the mother tongue is better?
Exactly.
Yeah. Ndaboreiga. Uboroti bogibikoyo.
Yeah.
Mbomanyere haribu.
Try to speak in Swahili.
Uboroti for Gibikoyo and Masiaga.
Yeah.
We know
where the
boundary is.
Exactly.
So, hiyo sikukuwa hapa.
You are not here.
But mimi nilikuja nikakuta ukuta umefanya nini?
You came and you found already there was a wall had just been built.
Yeah, not that is a wall, yeah. But listen,
yeah.
But the place not for boundary for Gibikoi,
yeah.
Is it for Masia? Is for Masiaga.
Who built that wall?
Mr.
Superboy.
Mr. Ondali.
Are you fearing? Say, is Ondali built the wall?
Yes.
Into your land?
Yeah.
Did he purchase to you? He didn't ask you.
Yeah.
He didn't ask the permission.
Yeah. Now.
And what is the problem now?
The problem is njia yenye mimi nilitoa. Nilitoa njia. Lakini yeye ananifinya na ploti
exceeding.
Yeah. Ananifinya na mimi ploti yangu amenifinya tena kwa tunausa off wala yake.
Guess this village CCTV now. We are
village CCTVs.
Exactly.
Yes, so you have been in position to watch that clip. You can actually now see Baba Ann, the way he is talking, that is making sense. The truth is, a lot of these individuals, actually, this extended family, even after selling their land, they will come and say they did not sell. Because what you need to understand, here in Africa, issues of land, you don't play around with it. You cannot just go there that you are grabbing somebody's land. Somebody will finish you. You look at these individuals, look at them like you think they are drunkards. But let me tell you, those guys are very, very dangerous. They are actually very, very dangerous. You look at them like that. They actually know what they are doing. If the land of these people were being grabbed, even if you look at them that they are drunk, they would rush to the authorities so fast than the way you can imagine. These individuals are just playing with the minds of our good people outside there. Actually, to confuse them. to actually, they are making themselves look like they're actually in a very, very bad state. You know, what these people are doing, even the authority would have already come to this community to sort out all the mess these people are talking about. But they actually know, you know, they actually know what they did. You know, they were able to sell off their land. You know, they were able to, and they are still selling. And they will continuously sell. It's a truth. They will sell. Selling land is a disease. The moment you start selling a single piece of land and you see that huge amount of money, at the back of your mind, you will still continuously sell it until you sell everything. If these people have not divided land to their children, they will continue selling. You know, what can actually save these people is for them now to start dividing land to their children. But if they leave them with this drunkard, first we look at Baba as how he was looking in that. You look at the father to Murim. You know, these are individuals who look like they even don't bathe. Do these people really bathe? Even you look at this one, Mukami, and there is that one who is also making now a lot of noise. The one who's claimed that he was the one who put tiles to Congrats Dad's home. You know, that is the one who put tiles there. So if you put the tiles and they paid you, why are you making noise? You know, these are all of this extended family. They are actually proving to be the most useless people me have ever seen. You just look at them. Look at you just when you look at those people by the way they are looking. They look like they don't brush, they're actually so primitive. These are all of this extended family. You leave alone maybe this Mugesi and Nesto, but you look at these other ones really. Look at Mukami, look at this, and also who is now making noise. I don't know it's called who. Then look at the father to Murimi. Look at the father to Baba Ann's family. Look at them. Do they brush? They don't brush. Actually, those people don't brush. What they use for brushing is alcohol. Alcohol. You know? It is alcohol. You see, however much you want to try to change the life of somebody, but the person is not willing to change, you will do nothing. You will do nothing. It's the reason why the travel commando will not be in position to handle these young boys. Because the problem is originating from home. I also hear this Mugesi and the rest, their work is now to go to these bars and they drink themselves out. You can imagine. At that age, a young man now knows how to go to the bar to drink and no. You know? Really? And then they want to blame the travel commando for their own failures. And they cannot actually see that there is light now in the village. You know? They cannot even try to copy something from some of these individuals. They cannot. But you give them a chance to come and make noise on the street. How they are claiming the travel commando is oppressing them. David Jr. is oppressing them. Right now, these people, they're in their homes. The travel commando is in his home. He's actually trying his best to ensure that his horses, you know, does well. But these individuals, they're still making noise with the names of the travel commando. Hey, our land, you could keep on crying. keep on crying. You know, people are developing, people are transforming their lives. People are still leaving them behind. You know, people are actually leaving them behind. Look at Bushman dude. You know, that one is also just there. Though he is, but also drinking. So our whole extended family is just a mess. Because when you try to go to and look at these other families, that, you know, even if they are not doing well, maybe no, but at least they're not too much into drinking. Women in this community, they drink like men. Young boys want to compete with their elders in drinking. I have a feeling that in a whole of this community, if they are to put this family and other families, a drinking competition, this family of these people actually will win. You know, they will win. And they will win and will wait for other people. They will win and win, then they keep on waiting. They will even start helping the other people to also to help them to finish. Because these people look like they have actually a degree or a certificate in drinking. You know? Because really, how can a whole family be like this? How can a whole family be like this? How? Is it a curse? What is it really? Because I heard that, is it Percy? Her husband also died because of drinking. Drinking. Even after realizing that their own was able to die because of drinking, they are still drinking. You know? They are still putting alcohol in front of them. That means these people actually, they don't learn. They don't learn. They actually don't learn. You know? So what is that thing that can actually help to stop these people from drinking? And that is what the travel commando was actually trying to do. You see, a drunkard will talk today, but he will forget about what he talked the next day. Which is actually very bad. But you see, they're trying to create a very, very bad picture. Not only to this village, they're actually creating a very, very bad picture to our whole of Africa. This smaller community, they're tainting the name of Africa 100% with their behaviors. You know? With their behaviors. They're tainting it badly. Drinking. And now you drink to the extent that you even don't know yourself. You drink to the extent that you start urinating on your body. You drink to the extent that you have to lie on the road. But it's alarming. And their children, they are there laughing. They also don't care. They actually don't care. I actually sympathize with these people. I wish they know what they're actually doing. I wish. You know? I wish. And if these young boys does not change the narrative and they continuously follow the behaviors of their forefathers, I can assure you time is going to reach and a lot of issues are going to continue in this community. And they will continue selling land until they will disappear from this. They will start remaining in this smaller. Even, you see, what people need to understand, even if the family of those of the travel commando does not buy land from these people, there are actually a lot of people outside there who are willing to buy land. It is not this family who wants to buy land. The only reason why they prefer selling to these people, it is because they give them fair amount of money. You know? There are a lot of people who are hungry to buy land. Very hungry to buy land. You know? But the only reason why they distance themselves from going to sell to other people, it is because these people are giving them good amount of money. But the moment right now these people comes out that they want to sell land, and they say we don't want to sell it to the family of the travel commander, other people will still buy. Will still buy. You know? They will still buy. And even now we see other people who bought land from these people. You remember the family of Irene in Naga. You know? They sold land to somebody. And that person sold that land to the travel command. Now, very expensively. So the guy got his profits. You know? The guy also realized that now this land, I can actually get some good amount of money out of it. And the man decided to sell the land to those of the travel command. Good amount of money. Are you seeing? But even these people, after selling their land to a different person, and then later, those of the travel commando bought land from these people, from that person. This family of Irene Naga, they started saying that now this Congress dad and the family are forcing them out of their land. And yet the land was sold to a different person, and now these people bought land from that person. You know? You see how these people play around with the minds of our people. And then you find some people trying to sympathize with them. These are scammers. These are scammers. And the time people will realize that, it will be too late. But we are trying to expose this out for our people to actually to realize that what these individuals are trying to put outside there is actually not true. Ask yourself a question. How comes that these people are always making noise about land? Every day you hear them talking about land, 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 land. But they are not going to authority to actually claim their land they are talking about. Because they know there are proper documentation, you know, about these issues of land. Right now, with the support these individuals are getting from the outsiders, if these pieces of land was not bought on right ways, I can assure you right now there would be total confusion in this village. But let me tell you something, is that these people, when they're buying these pieces of land, they're actually very, 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 very careful. Proper documentation is always in place. Letters from the authority are there. Everything is there. It's a reason why you see these people will make noise. They will make noise about land, about land, about land. But they cannot. You see, even this individual, you see them talking about land. But they cannot even talk. They talk about these things on their videos. But they cannot even go and start saying, Mr. Dad, I bought this, you know, you did not buy this land. They cannot do it. But they will come on their videos making a lot of noise. Because that is now where they're eating from. They know that when they talk about issues of land, some individuals outside there will really feel so bad for them. They will sympathize with them. You know? Don't think these individuals, they're drunkards and they don't know what they're doing. Don't think. Now, first of all, look at this. If these pieces of land was not bought in rightful ways, you guys remember the so-called the savior. The so-called the savior would have jumped on this issue long time ago. You know, he would have jumped on this issue with a lot of, there are people who are actually willing to support these issues. They are there. So that they try to put this family of the travel commando down. But you see, after them consulting, asking here and there, some of them, they were actually told the truth. That you see, our forefathers made a mistake. You know, I don't know whether it's a mistake or what. But also, you see, Some of these pieces of this land, they were sold actually to educate these children. Murimi, his father sold land to educate him. And then what he did, he escaped from school. He left school and left a lot of money that was paid there. A lot of money that was paid there. The man abandoned school and came back home. Now, you are going to blame who for that? You are going to blame who? Because if Murimi had successfully completed school, he would be a better person probably right now. But you see, I always keep on saying that there is a curse in this family. Mukami went to school. They claim he's actually a very educated person. You know? But you see what he's doing now in the village. He's now a person who moves from a liquor store to a liquor store. A liquor store to a liquor store. A liquor store. There is a curse in this home. Probably their forefathers, they were thieves. They were people who are deleting people. Or maybe they used to practice a lot of witchcraft. Because what I always keep on hearing is that homes where their forefathers have been practicing a lot of witchcraft, there is always a challenge. You know? There is always a challenge. That family or that extended family will be in a state of confusion each and every time. You know? They will always be in the state of confusion every time. Either they resort maybe to drinking, they resort maybe to, because it is a curse in the home. A total curse in the home. So these people, the way they conduct themselves, actually these individuals are having a generational curse in their home. Ask yourself, how comes it is this home that is having this challenge? And how comes that the family of those of Nasto is actually doing well? Look at that first of all. Look at the family of Nasto, because Nasto is coming from around this area, not far away from this place also. Look at the family of Nasto. Look at the family of Chef Matiko. Even if they were doing badly off, they were broke. But this habit of drinking, useless drinking, is relatively not even there. I think it's not even there. You know? It's not even there. But how comes that it is this home, this extended family having a problem? How comes? You know? How comes there is this big problem? Ask yourself. So please don't be deceived. Don't be fooled by the characters of this problem. These people have a problem. And by the way, you see, the truth is they know where the problem is. They know it, by the way. But they will not come out and speak it out. They will not. They know where these issues of drink is coming from. They know it. You know? It is a curse that is in this family. These people need deliverance. They need a lot of prayers. Some of them you see even like they don't go to churches. They don't want to go and pray. I used to even watch this woman called Pass. People could be in church praying, but for her she's just there. She does not bother. You know? She does not even bother to go and pray. What about now these drunkards? Do you think they can even go to church? You know? And you see, this church that was brought here closer to them, this church is meant actually to transform the minds of these people. Maybe their children. They are now grandchildren. Maybe they're the ones who are going to change. You know? You see, a family where people are supposed to help you to feed your child, to take your child to school, everything they do for you, even food, they have to. It's a reason why you see this individual who was saying, Kukuman, who was saying, the travel commando is not feeding them. If a travel commando was a good person, he would be slaughtering a bull each week or each month, so that their children, their women can go and enjoy there. You can imagine that characters. Look at the way they think. Look at their characters. You know? Look at their behaviors. It is actually very, very tricky. Very, very tricky. And the family that I see is fairly coming out of this issue is Mama Ann's family. Now the daughter is in the university, but also the elder daughter is somehow a problem. Somehow a problem. It is actually very, very challenging. You know, very, very challenging. But anyway, we wish them the best. But see, the problem, they are tainting the names of this community. Very, very terribly bad. You know, terribly and terribly bad. But the travel commando played his part, and we wish them all the best. You know, but you know, everything has its end, beginning and the end. But anyway, we just wish them the best. The investor who is claiming is bringing the project of water, instead of us looking at the problem that these people are to address the main problem. Because this water, these people already have water in this community. The biggest challenge is actually drinking, which needs to be handled. And every person who comes to try to fight this addiction in this community is a problem. You know? You see, look at first of all the home of Brian Vapor. Look at the mother and look at these other people. Even when you look at their face, you know, when you look at their appearance, they are actually bright. You look at somebody and you see a bright, something is going on well. Even if they're doing badly off, even if they lack. But at least when you look at the children, you see some light. But these families, if you look at them, now you look at Mukami really. Look at Mukami. What's really good in Mukami? You know? You know, sometimes when I talk like this, some people will feel bad. But it's the truth. Look at Mukami first of all. You know? What will Mukami impact on his children? What will he impact on his children? Look at Murimi. What will Murimi impact on his children? Look at Matiko. What is he really going to impact on his children? You know? It's alarming. So the issue is alcohol. How can these people be helped to stop this mentality? You know? This generational curse. How can it be stopped? You know? These people should be encouraged to go to school. They are to take their children to school. And that is what the travel commando was actually trying to do. You know? Because if he had removed Anesto to go to school and he complete school, maybe he would become a changed person. Then this individual, Anesto, if he had also continued with school, maybe he would have come, you know, being a better person with the time. Anyway, let them keep on talking about the travel commando, yet he's actually trying all his best to ensure that he build an empire now for his child. You know? Me, I even wish, let him stop thinking about these stupid individuals who don't have brains. Let him focus on their family now. Let them develop and leave them behind. You know? Yes. Because he tried lifting them. But they are becoming a problem in the society. They are becoming a lot of, they are just a nuisance. You know? Anyway, please, if you're in this channel, please subscribe, like, and comment. And please always come back to watch my videos. And I really do appreciate your very big support to this platform. A very special greetings to all of you watching me from the USA, UK, Canada, and all of you from the Caribbean. Not forgetting my good people here in Africa. Thank you so much. Thank you for your big support. You know, I always feel so bad seeing our own Africans behaving the way these people are behaving. Yet actually help had arrived to them, but they are not actually seeing it. And you see, they say, chances knocks once, and when it disappears, it will disappear forever. You know, because right now this village is becoming it's a light outside, but this kind of light might end up shifting to another village time to come, and people will forget about these individuals. You know, they are only lucky that the travel commando has built a community of YouTubers in this community, that each and every time, even if the travel commando does not post a video, Gitiriba probably will post, Mayuguno will post, anybody will post video in this community, and people will still put their eyes on that video. That is actually what is helping them. And they don't appreciate what the travel commando has been in position to do for them. Please, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, like, and comment. And please always come back to watch my videos. And I really do appreciate your very, very big support to this platform. Thank you so much. Much respect to all my moderators. Thank you so much for actually doing all your best to support this platform. Thank you a million times. I really do appreciate our good people outside. May God bless you and bless all of you abundantly. See you in my next video tomorrow. God bless all of you. See you again when you see me.